the Moody Institute of Science and the Trump Institute of Ethics. The wonder of our body. Is this an unreleased Prince song? Geez, how many series deep is this movie?
Thank you, Ed. Well, thanks again. So long, fellas. Have a good game.
We will. Bye, Mr. Udy.
Enjoy your body.
Well, you two boys look raring to go. Have a big game lined up?
No, just some of the guys are going to work out for a while. Why don't you come out with us, Uncle Bob? We need a good pitcher.
Oh, thanks, fellas. I wish I could. I certainly need the exercise.
That's what we're saying.
Now, business is business, you know. And speaking of that, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Dad asked me to bring this kid.
What's wrong with it, Dick?
Sticks.
He filled it with taffy and now it sticks.
Oh, I see. Sure, well, I think that can be fixed all right.
It's gonna cost you.
I think being able to take pictures is terrific.
It is terrific, Jack.
But you know...
But you know,
Called it.
the first camera was made long before that.
You mean we had cameras before we even knew about photography?
That's just what I mean, Dick.
Okay.
You see, the human eye is the most delicate and marvelous camera in existence. In fact, this camera is just a man-made eye.
So you can fix it
I
then.
can't compare with your eyes, fellas. Look here.
Dear God, what's your dad been up to?
This is the lens of the camera, and it's made along the same principle as the lens of our eye.
It's a patent infringement.
Now, if we focus a camera on an object, and then we change the distance between the camera and that object, the image becomes blurred, and we have to focus the camera all over again.
I'm gonna focus it up real good now.
And that focusing has to be done by hand. You see, just like this.
So you can fix it.
However, in our eye, the focusing is all done automatically.
Yeah, my iPhone does that.
We move around, seeing things from different angles and distances all the time. Strong muscles in our eyes change the focus thousands of times each day, and we never even give it a thought.
But Bob does!
How about that? Yeah, I never knew that.
Anywho.
And that's not all. See
Ugh.
this little opening in the lens? Now, that's called the iris.
Shut up,
And
Iris.
it controls the amount of light that gets into the camera to expose the film. Now, we can open and close the iris like this.
That's like my mom's eye when she takes her medicine.
Now, the camera's iris gets its name from the iris of our eye. The eye's iris automatically
iris.
opens and closes to adjust for different amounts of light. The more light, the smaller the iris. The less light, the wider the iris opens.
That's terrific, Uncle Bob.
Is that what you want us to say?
Our eyes are amazing little instruments. But you know, they're only one part of the wondrous body that God has given us.
Okay, here we
This
go.
house we live in is made up of many remarkable things.
Several of which are wicked and unmentionable.
Come on in here a minute.
My friend Kirk Cameron has a word for you. Smells like nachos in here, Uncle Bob.
Now take a look out there at your buddies playing ball. Now you don't see still pictures, do you?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
The pictures that the eye gives us are moving pictures. And
Showgirls is also a moving picture.
they're not silent pictures either. They're sound pictures.
That's why God sent Gary Rydstrom to live among us.
That's because we have ears, huh?
That's because we have ears. What about these ears of ours?
Uncle Bob, please release us.
You know, I suppose most of us just think of our ears as a couple of things sticking out of the side of our head that are so easy to get dirty, but oh, so hard to get clean, huh?
If we agree, can this end?
Actually, the human ear is one of the most efficient sound detectors known. A very delicate and sensitive instrument that operates in a remarkable way.
Which I will now describe to
Could this
you
be
at
just an
length.
accident? No, I don't think so.
You know, Uncle Bob, I never really knew how wonderful my eyes and ears are.
I was happy
Not
then.
only our eyes and ears, fellas, but also the other parts of our body, too.
Run for it, boys. Get out of there.
The hand. There's a tool that man can never duplicate for usefulness.
Is he going to do the banana bit?
Oh, man has made mechanical hands that can perform such tasks as pouring a cup of coffee.
Say when, followed by the pound
You
sign.
see, these machines are to handle hot radioactive material that man can't get near.
Like my wife's decaf.
That artificial hand
Just
can't
kidding,
thread a
boys.
needle. Or perform a life-saving operation. Or paint a picture.
Or deface a war memorial, or pick eye boogers.
Did you know our body has a chemical plant? And it's far better than any that man has ever built.
You know what? Keep the
The
camera.
body's chemical plant changes the food we eat into living tissues. It causes the growth of flesh and blood and bones and teeth.
And hair and naughty bits.
And don't forget our heart. Our very life depends on the proper working of this amazing little instrument.
Copyright God.
Our heart is actually a little muscular pump, forcing blood through thousands of miles of blood vessels. Blood that carries food and oxygen to every part of our body.
Even the evil ones.
The heart pumps an average of 12 pints of blood every minute. And in one day pumps enough blood to fill a gasoline truck to overflowing.
Don't ask how I know that. It's purely
During
hypothetical.
Your lifetime, your heart will pump enough blood to fill a string of tank cars 50 miles long.
Then you'll all pay!
Just think, fellas, if you live to be 65 years old, your heart will have beaten 2.5 million times.
The word billion exists,
And without
Bob.
one single shutdown for repairs. Yes, we've been given a wonderful body machine, which is made of many separate parts.
Hand them over now.
In addition to those we've mentioned, think of our wonderful bone structure.
Oh, that's easy for you
The way
to
in
say.
which our body manufactures its own lubricating fluid so our joints can move without squeaking.
Yeah, that's great.
And there's
Help!
our voice box and our vocal cords, which enable us to speak.
And speak and speak and
Our lungs and our blood cells, our nervous system.
our humors and our skull
And of
plates.
course, there's our brain, which in itself is almost beyond our ability to understand.
Almost.
I guess God went to a lot of trouble just to make our bodies so perfect.
He kind of whiffed it on the appendix.
Yes, the way we are made does show his great wisdom and power. And we have a responsibility to take good care of these houses we live in. We should keep ourselves clean, not only from the ordinary kind of dirt that we all get on our hands and faces, but also from the kind that will spoil our hearts and minds.
Like socialism and
We
art.
should eat and drink only those things that are good for us. And we should try to keep ourselves well and strong by getting plenty of fresh air and good clean exercise.
You mean like playing ball?
I mean like playing ball. You better scoot on out there and get that practice started.
Okay, Uncle Bob, and thanks. So long, Uncle Bob. Still wish you could come.
So long, fellas.
Remember what I said about your bodies being a wonder and all. Well, time to develop this and blackmail my brother. Hey, your unremarkable minds forgot this baseball. Never mind. Wonder how many of these things I could fit inside my body. Gone fishing? Aw, man, now people will have to go to one of the several other fundamentalist science shops on this block. Next time, from the Moody Institute, your emotions and how to ignore them. Your body's like a camera, bye. Thank you so much for watching Fun with Shorts. This series is supported by Patreon and patrons like these wonderful people right here. They get early access to new episodes and exclusive episodes every month. Also, check out the updated funwithshorts.com for DVDs and merch and all the good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.